friends, summer is officially here, which means longer, hotter days and surprise rainstorms. It's also a really good season to leave the stove at home and try no-cook recipes instead. And that's what I want to take some time here today to share with you, is some reasons why I take this season as an opportunity to go stoveless and try some new recipes that require no cooking. And at the very end of the video, I'll share a one-day menu of no-cook meals. So that's breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. But real quick, shameless plug for my latest project, Stoveless Summer. This is a 3-day menu of no-cook meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and dessert. So 12 recipes in one PDF. And this is pretty much a compilation of all of the no-cook meals I've taken on the trail over the years. If you really like my hiking guides and itineraries, then I think you're really gonna like this too. Link to that will be in the description. If you're just here for the free recipes, go ahead and jump to that timestamp at the end. Okay, let's get into some reasons to leave the stove at home and try no-cook meals over the summer months. So we'll start with the most obvious, and that's...
You can tell them in the morning.
What I was going to say is we'll start with the obvious, and that's hot food. That might be a comforting part of the camp experience the other 9 months out of the year, but here in the Southeast, I know the last thing that I want at the end of a long, sweaty day of hiking during the summer is a piping hot meal. Cold food is definitely the way to go. If you're the type who likes to get creative in the kitchen, then going stoveless might be for you. While you can cold soak a store-bought freeze-dried meal, I can tell you from experience, cold Mountain House mac and cheese is just disgusting. Coming up with your own no-cook recipes encourages you to think outside the box and tinker with ingredients to find what tastes good without the help of boiled water. On top of that, it's a reason to get to know your dehydrator a little better. Now, will every recipe you come up with be a success? Absolutely not. But finding what works and what doesn't is part of the fun, I think. Next, it lets you focus your time and efforts elsewhere. With no cook kit, you have one less thing to unpack and pack up. On top of that, your breakfast and dinner can be on the go. So you can get an earlier start in the morning, and instead of waiting until reaching your destination at the end of the day, dinner can just be a pit stop on the way to camp. And you get to cover more miles in a day. Now with cold soaking, it does still take some time for your food to rehydrate, but that can be done in your pack on the go. Aside from that, and combining a couple ingredients though, no-cook meals require very little of you. Wait, what about weight? Well, in my experience, going stoveless hasn't saved me a ton of weight on my food bag. Even though I'm not bringing a fuel canister and a stove, having ingredients like packaged chicken and packaged tuna kind of adds it back. Now, you could save some weight if all you were going to do is eat Knorr pasta sides and cold soak ramen. But let's be real, that's pretty miserable, eating that every single meal for several days. When you add a little bit of variety to your no-cook meals, it ends up being about the same as having a fuel canister, stove, and those freeze-dried or dehydrated meals. Okay, now for the part you probably came here for, the recipes. First is grits with mushrooms and bacon bits. This was one of my favorites on the Foothills Trail, so much so that I packed it for multiple meals and ate it both hot and cold. For this, you'll need 1 packet of plain instant grits, pre-sliced mushrooms, bacon bits, and a salt and pepper packet. To dehydrate the mushrooms, set the dehydrator to 135 degrees for 6 to 8 hours. To prepare, add about half a cup of water to the grits and mushrooms, reseal the bag, and wait 5 to 8 minutes for everything to rehydrate. You can stir in more water if needed. Just allow another 2 minutes of rehydration time. Last, top it with salt, pepper, and bacon bits. Next is red pepper hummus. For this, you'll need a can of chickpeas, roasted red peppers, which you can get in a jar or can, water, a packet of crystallized lemon, salt, garlic, and an cumin. You'll also need 1 olive oil packet. To make the hummus base, combine all the ingredients except the olive oil in a blender. Then gradually add the water as you process it into a smooth paste. Spread the hummus on parchment or silicone-lined trays and dehydrate at 145 degrees for about 8 hours. To prepare, pour about a 1/4 cup of water into the hummus powder. You may need to add a little bit more just to make sure everything is fully dissolved. You don't want to overdo it and make it runny though. Reseal the bag and wait 5 to 8 minutes for it to rehydrate. Stir in the olive oil and top with any additional seasoning. I like to add a little salt and red pepper flakes. Next is a Greek chicken wrap. This one also requires a little prep work at home. You'll need 1 package of plain chicken, a flour tortilla, a mayonnaise packet, an olive oil packet, half a packet of crystallized lemon, cherry tomatoes, dill, oregano, garlic, and just a dash of salt and pepper. You can also add sliced cucumber or zucchini to this. To dehydrate the tomatoes, set the dehydrator to 135 degrees for 6 to 8 hours, and you'll want to scoop the seeds out beforehand. To prepare, add a tablespoon of water to the tomatoes and set those aside for about 5 minutes to rehydrate. Then open the packaged chicken, add mayo, oil, and seasoning. Last, drain the excess water from the tomatoes and stir those in. Pour the chicken salad on the tortilla and fold it into a wrap. Learn from my mistake and drain the chicken packet first so you don't end up with thin, runny dressing. Last is baklava. Sort of. You'll need 4 to 6 Athens phyllo shells, chopped walnuts, 2 to 3 honey packets, cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. Other than chopping walnuts and crushing the shells, there isn't much you have to do at home. To prepare, just pour your honey packets in one at a time and stir it all together. Kneading the bag will also work. I only use 2 packets, but if you like your dessert on the sweeter side, you'll want to go with 3, maybe even 4 packets of honey. If you want more detailed instructions, be sure to download a free PDF copy of these recipes off my blog. Link to that will be in the description. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you again next time.